the Fifine AM8T gaming and streaming microphone. This, a cool looking, budget-friendly USB or XLR microphone for gaming, streaming, podcasting, work, whatever you want, with RGB, a boom arm for mounting that sounds like this, straight out of the box, for £76 or £67 without the boom arm, or $86 in American money. Consider me wholeheartedly sold. Short version for the short attention spanners between us. Should you buy it, and is it worth it? Yes. Absolutely. There's a link down below for UK and US where you can pick it up on Amazon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Now for the rest of you. I'll clear up first. Fifine, I hope I'm saying that right. Fifine reached out to get me to look at this. I was in the market for a new mic to get me away from my old dinosaur Rode NT USB microphone because it's kinda past it, so the timing of their reshoot was quite good. They sent it out but no money was exchanged my way or theirs, aka I don't get paid for this, so all opinions are my own, and I've actually been demonetized on here because I have been off it for so long, so I'm actually making no money from this unless someone buys one from the link, and that's at that it's only maybe like £1. So yes, I don't win, these are all my opinions, apart from the free mic obviously, which is a bit of a tick. I also don't get sent many things because, well, I'm quite well known to not like many things, being the typical middle-aged moaner that I am, and that isn't very good for business, but they sent me this, so awesome. I don't claim to be an expert in anything, sound engineering, anything like that. I'm a simple guy who gives opinions in a simple way, so I'm not going to bore you with extremely technical details on the microphone, the sound production, and so on and so forth. If you're here for that, I'm not your guy. There's quite a few YouTubers that do that, but that is not my thing. I just tell you what I think of it and whether it's worth buying. If you're new here, a follow would be very much appreciated to get me back on some type of traction on YouTube because I have been out for quite some time. But if you don't like tech review guys with big beards, I understand. Sad. Let's unbox it. So for those on, and to be honest not even on a budget, this is a great pickup. If you're in the market for a microphone or you're not and you just feel like you want one. If you're a bit of an audio snob, you can of course dump it into a mixer with an XLR cable. I, however, am lazy and I like just using USB. It's simple, I'd have to think about it, it's plug and play, and I'm also skint. So if I can get away with not buying an interface, then that suits me better. This is a dynamic microphone with a windscreen, changeable RGB effects, a gain knob for input volume, a volume knob for the headphone jack, so you can hear yourself and your in-game, in-computer audio if you plug in a 3.5mm cable, a nice touch-sensitive mute and unmute button, see here. Now I hope you can hear me. And of course, if you get this version, which is like a 10 or more, a nice boom arm and C-clamp. The pros of this are, well, the main star of the show, it sounds like this. And you can make the color match your setup. And it sounds like this. Again, I will reiterate that. It's also super simple, so it's good for dummies like me and potentially you who just want to plug things in and have to want to think about drivers and figuring stuff out and so on and so forth. And it also works with your phone. Come on. There's a thing called Plosives, which are P's and B's and T's. Usually cheaper microphones don't handle these very well, and a lot of YouTubers actually say that this is one of them. But in my opinion, I'd have to disagree. I think it's actually quite good. It's on par with the Rode NT USB, which was at the time a lot more expensive than this one. The nature of this mic means that it picks up things in this region, and is supposed to cancel out sounds around it, like around a bit here, and down here, and back here. I'm not sure if it is or not. It does an okay job of that. Nothing magical. It's not really something that bothers me, to be honest. Keyboard sounds through it for streaming, whatever else, meetings. That sounds like this. I don't know what that sounds like over me talking, but it sounds like this. Depending on the placement of the microphone, it's probably worse or better, right? I obviously don't use blue switches or anything mega mechanical, and I feel like if you're a content creator or a streamer or something along those lines, you probably shouldn't. So this is the Razer Sinosa, and it has this spongy keyboard clickers. It's like a midway between a mechanical and a spongy switch. I should know the real terms, to be honest. I am a tech YouTuber after all. But hey, is what it is. Doesn't bother me ever. But back to a point I made before. For content creators in general, who create a lot of content, this is what I love. It's USB-C. Which means USB-C to USB-C, which means USB-C microphone to USB-C in your phone. Yes, phone filming with a cool USB mic. Woof. It is a little bit on the quiet side, so I mean if you are recording, I recommend boosting it up a little bit, certainly with the audio gain knob, which is basically up full on mine, and with whatever software you're using. I'm hoping that you're capable of being able to do that or boosting it in post in some way, as that's kind of entry level at this point. It should be relatively easy for you to figure out. I'm not somebody who goes miles away from the microphone, I'm somebody who likes to be quite close to it. I'm not a hugely running around person, so it's completely fine for me. It can also obviously sound a bit better with some simple audio cleanup tools, but I'm basically done very little on this in this one, and yeah, it is what it is. It just sounds straight like this. I think it's a sleek bit of kit. It's great, it does the job very simply. The reviews are ace. They do mention things like I just mentioned, aka the quiet part, but the boom arm is normal, good, standard quality. The microphone is relatively heavy and hefty, it's good quality. Everything about it is just sleek and nice. It's already class, but if you do boost it or do chuck it through an audio mixer with XLR, it's going to be the absolute mutts nuts. Amazing like this, but even a step above that if you do run it through like that, if that's something that you have or are able to do. So see, for me, I have no cons except the quiet one, which doesn't affect me. So it's only pros, and for anyone who's been on this channel before, you will know that that is rare. If you want it, buy it, you won't be sad. Links are in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, I hope this helped you out a bit, and if you have any comments, shoot me one below. Thanks, bye.